Hi, I'm Jen Tardy. I'm your diversity recruiting thought leader, and we're back with a whole new episode. Now, in this episode, we're talking about a quick hack to disrupt interview bias. Now, I believe that if you can change one word in a very common sentence, that it can trigger you to unpack bias that may be presenting itself during an interview. This is going to be very interesting. So go grab your pen and paper to take notes. Let's get started. We have all experienced moments where we meet a person that we just do not prefer. And in some cases, we just downright do not like that person. We may have made statements like, they're just not my cup of tea, or I'm simply not a fan of their vibe. Or maybe we've just said, I don't like them. It is likely you will continue to meet people that you don't like, or maybe you just don't prefer throughout your lifetime. Whether it's your mother-in-law or one of your colleagues, you are bound to come across someone that you may simply just not click with. Did you know that this is bias? Bias is actually prejudice that's in favor of or against one thing, one person, or a group compared with another. What we're really saying is, I don't like you as much as I would like someone else who made different decisions. Now, as a recruiter or hiring manager, you need to be conscious of what exactly triggers your bias during the interview process. Interviewer bias is often at work when an interviewer discredits or ignores a candidate's skills to do the job based on non-job related things like body language, stereotyping, poor first impressions. Not only can this result in your company losing someone who can easily perform the essential duties of the job, but it can also result in poor hiring decisions if you are only hiring people that you prefer. Remember the quick hack that I told you about earlier? If you can change one word in a very common sentence, that it can trigger you to unpack bias that may be presenting itself during the interview. Here's the common sentence. I don't like that person. Change the word like with understand and say this. I don't understand this person. If you do not like me, it is likely because you do not understand me. More specifically, you do not understand why I would make the decisions I've made, especially when it's not the same way you would have made the same decisions. Maybe you don't understand why I would choose to wear pink lipstick or lock my hair or even wear this blouse today. Or maybe you do not understand why I would make a video like this that talks about bias. Maybe you do not understand why I would elect to start a whole business around increasing diversity, as an example. But at least now we have a starting point, right? Saying I don't like you just closes you off. Saying I don't understand you could open you to a new opportunity to get to know a person better so that you can better understand them and why they make the decisions that they make and why it triggers you. As an interviewer, when you're making hiring decisions based on your gut instinct or your intuition, there's a big chance that bias is baked deeply into your gut instincts and is often connected to whether you like or dislike a person, to whether you prefer or you don't prefer a person. So ask yourself, does it matter whether I like the person that I hire? By saying I do not understand this person or I don't understand why this person would come to an interview unprepared helps you to check yourself and to disrupt a possible biased interview. Remember, chances are you do not enjoy interacting with the people you do not like, and so you don't put as much effort in it. But when this shows up in hiring, it creates interviewer bias. Letting interviewer bias fallacies go unchecked is never good. Great candidates go unnoticed. Opportunities to expand diversity and promote inclusion get compromised, and business results suffer. So if you are an interviewer who wants to minimize the impact of bias in your interviews and hiring decisions, being able to check yourself and identify what triggers your bias and your intuition will allow you to remove bias from the interview process. Now, this is only one tactic. Join me in the comment section and tell me what tactics you use to disrupt bias in your interview process. How do you check yourself? Now, if you like this video, make sure to check out my other video on this same channel called 3 actions to stop doing to increase diversity. And don't forget to share it with your team and peers. Also, visit my website and take advantage of our free resources and subscribe to our newsletter. I'm Jen Tardy. I am your diversity recruiting thought leader, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oftentimes, recruiters are positioned in a way of being the superhero for the organization when it comes to increasing diversity. And when that doesn't happen, then we are positioned in a way that we are the fall guy. We are the reason why there's a lack of